All right, hello everybody. This is Zaxter99. Wanted to go ahead and share you another little debate, another thing that I think is important when it comes to us PC gamers and Steam. Actually, pretty much any gaming in particular. I think this is an important, interesting topic. And it comes today with a new game that launched on Steam this morning called Warhammer Arcane Magic. Now, when I looked at this game this morning, I thought about buying into it. And I looked at the video. It didn't have any reviews when I looked at it. But I was like, wow, this game looks pretty darn cool for, only $3.39. And so I'll show you the screenshots here. Kind of a turn-based, awesome-looking RPG strategy game. And so I was like, wow, this looks really cool. But then I decided to stay away from it. And I looked at the community hub and I saw that the game was selling microtransactions inside the game. Okay. So I started a thread here, because the developer had mentioned in another thread that he locked up. Somebody saying this game has microtransaction, it has to or whatever. And the developer locked that thread up saying, yes, it does have a few microtransactions, but you don't need the microtransactions. You don't need to spend any more money to beat the game. And he locked that thread up, but he did offer in that thread, he said, if people are interested in a non-microtransaction version of the game for like $10, if we get enough people interested in that, we'll make that version without any microtransactions. So because he locked up the other thread, I started a thread here, basically trying to get people's, anybody that wanted to not have to email the developer and actually just be able to put it in one thread. Hey, I want the microtransaction free version to put it right here. As you can see, this thread here today is by far the most popular the most popular commented on and viewed thread there is on the whole forum for this game that I started. And what happens here is, let me find it here. Okay, so if we look further into this thread, post number 39, we have a guy, Uncle Bender, says, I don't mind the in-app purchases, IAPs, shall we say in-game purchases in this case, per se, but paying $3 extra to have a complete package of a base game and downloadable content, as opposed to just paying $7 if he buys the downloadable content in-game right now. So basically what this guy's saying is, according to a couple of people that have played it, there's only the $3.99 version, the base version, and a $2.99 DLC. That's really the only thing you need or could possibly buy. So a total of $7. And if they even make a microtransaction free version, it would be $9.99 or $10. And this guy's saying, hey, I don't understand why I would pay more money to have the same game with no microtransactions in the game. I'll just buy this $4 version, then buy the $2.99 microtransaction version because that makes more sense. So a lot of people agreed with him. I want to go ahead and share this new post that I just posted here, though. And here's what I said to that. I said to all the people saying, oh, but the version now and the main DLC is only $7, so why would I spend $10 on a microtransaction-free version? I said, let me explain my reasoning why I would still gladly give them more money for the microtransaction-free version. One, by buying into the microtransaction version now, wait a minute. One, by buying into the microtransaction version now, you're telling them and other developers, hell yes, I want this, and encouraging more and more games with a charge to buy the game, however small it might be, plus more additional microtransactions during your gameplay. So you're basically supporting microtransaction games, and even more so, you're supporting microtransaction games where they charge you a fee to buy the game and then charge you more money for microtransactions inside the game. If I'm playing a game, for one thing, I want to play the game. I don't want to be stopped in the middle of gameplay and a window pop up saying, hey, do you want to buy a health kit for $1.99 to survive? Or whatever it is. I don't want those damn pop-ups annoying me while I'm in the middle of a game. So that's reason enough for me. But I gave another even better reason right here, I believe. After thinking about this is kind of what I thought of. And see if you guys agree with me on this. Number two, just because the cost of the main microtransactions in the game as it is right now may only be $2.99 and that's it, you're still purchasing a microtransaction model, and you have bought into it and that particular model. So you have a microtransaction model you bought into, and so the developers could easily go in and modify the mobs, add more mobs, or make the mobs have more hit points, or change the game in some small way. And that's just one small example. And then you suddenly need more health or mana potions to even have a chance. So now, with a small change by them, you suddenly find yourself needing, you're desperately needed, all new health kits for a small fee of only 99 cents per kit. And say after this super easy patch to make the game harder by the devs, maybe you'll now need 20 of these 99-cent health kits to beat their game or to get through it. And that's just one example of the stuff they could add to the game. They could add, skins and textures and new wizards and new spells and new spell books and new armor, all kinds of stuff they can add to this game at any time for an additional cost, which you've bought into. So even though it may look like a total cost of only $7 now in the cheaper version, I bet you that in even a month, I bet you that it's going to cost you a lot more than $10 to buy all these extra add-ons or microtransactions they add to the game. So I say in the end, just say no to microtransactions, especially on the PC. They're already all over, mobile phones and stuff like that. These free games that are supported by tons of microtransactions, $1 here, $1 there, and they add up. So just because there's only one needed microtransaction now doesn't mean 50 more won't be added to the game in the coming months. I say tell developers, all developers, just not the developers for this game, that you don't want to pay and pay and pay and pay and pay some more just to play their game. Just say no. So nobody's actually responded to that comment yet, but what I want to know is I want to go ahead and point this out here on my channel. All these free games, and especially this game where you pay a fee to buy the game and then microtransactions after that, how has this affected you? Do you guys stay away from these free games like I do, even on the phone, because of all the microtransactions? I mean, there's a few of them that are kind of interesting and stuff like that, but for the most part, I stay away from any game that has microtransactions inside of it because I've been there before. I know what's up, and I know what these developers are up to. So this developer, I'm sure, is going to respond to me and say, oh, no, we would never do that. But he's full of it if he says that. So you and I both know that this game right here is probably going to be loaded with a lot more microtransactions and things that look really nice as the game goes on, because this game just launched today. So I'll put a link down to this particular thread in this game down below. But really what I want is your comment right here on this video. Please let me know what you think of these microtransactions inside the games that you play, especially on the PC, not the phone. But whatever you want to say, whatever comment, whatever you want to talk about with microtransactions in particular, please put it down in the comments below. This has been Zaxter99. I look forward to reading all your comments. I just wanted to go ahead and point this out and see what you guys thought about it. Take care, everybody. We'll see you in the next video. This has been Zaxter99.